This is kicks in for my main man, Snake. Just switching up the tutorials a little bit, getting a little variety for you guys. What we're going to be working on today that I'm going to be showing you is, I guess, kind of one of my feature moves or something that I do a lot in my freestyle and even game or crowd, I guess, pleasing moves. It's kind of a foot stall. I don't know what other words to call it or thing that it is. It's just a foot stall. It kind of goes off the Kobe behind the back, over under the legs, but then you stall it in the middle, just between your feet, going through that. So I'm going to show you a couple different variations, a couple different moves from it, but basically just try to get that down first is what we're going to work on. So first, obviously you want to get the main part of it, so I would probably work on the Kobe part of it first, is just getting used to doing this and how, I guess I basically learned that. It's kind of really similar to the yo-yo dribble, I think that's what it's called. Yo-yo dribble like this, because you kind of do that same motion with your arm, almost behind you. You do the same thing, you're kind of flipping it back towards you, and that's how you get the stall too. The better you get at kind of flipping it back, the easier it'll be to come with your legs and kind of stall it in the middle. But like I said, the first thing I would work on is making sure you kind of perfect this and making that super easy so you can almost hit the same spot between your feet pretty even every time, and then that makes it a little bit easier. So first thing I would do is, I guess, get a little used to the ball kind of between your feet and where I guess you want it to stay and where you want it to, I guess, be secure between your feet. I always like it kind of right on that little ball of the inside of your foot, getting it stalled right into there. You don't really want it on your toes. You don't want it a little too far back. It almost makes a perfect guide in your shoes, especially if you've got nice Jordans. It makes it a little bit easier on there. So trying to get it in between there is obviously the comfort spot that you want to get it. So from there, you're just bringing it around. It's going to take a little bit used to kind of getting that flexibility to get your arm all the way around, and it's going to take a lot of practice. It's going to take, I wouldn't say this is a advanced move, but it's definitely a little bit more than a basic move, especially with the different variations and kind of combos that you can do from it. So, like I said, try to get used to doing this, and then as you get a little bit better at that, you can kind of start getting it a little bit closer. And then sometimes you'll get it a little bit stalled up here, sometimes you'll get it perfect down here, and that's how you do the different combos. I guess variations for where you actually stall it. Every time it's probably not going to be perfect, but hopefully you'll get used to it, and then you'll be able to do it without really even thinking about it. And then, like I said, you can do different variations from it. Going around the back or behind the head is probably the most flashier, most fancy way to do it. But you can also do different variations, something like this, and then stalling it, or kind of like the Iverson or hot sauce cross, and then you can also stall it in between your feet on either of those. So that would look something like that, or something like that, and then from there, I mean, the possibilities are pretty much endless for being able to do stuff, from here. You can flip it up like that. You could even, break it down and do something like this from there. Like I said, there's a lot of different variations. It puts it at a pretty comfortable spot for you that you can do a lot of moves from this position. So that's why I like it. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter account. I know Snake's got one. But give us feedback. Let us know what you guys want to see, and different people that maybe, besides my pretty face, that you want to see on these tutorials, and Snake's, of course. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.